Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a statement which Rigathi Gachagua has released. This statement is about NIS. And I want you to pay a very keen attention to this video from Rigathi Gachagua's statement.
Mzungu, they were very brutal, but they spared the children. So we have seen a situation where an administration has panicked because this one term is becoming real. So they have gone berserk. They have gone berserk and they are now fighting shadows, including schoolgirls. From 2 girls, from 3 girls. These are harmless girls. How fluid is your government if girls can bring it down? Girls. Surely. Now I'm looking at General Gichangi here, and I want to say, if General Gichangi was the director of NIS, that play would not have been banned in Nakuru if it had to be banned. Because it came all the way from the sub-county, nobody noticed. It went to the county, nobody noticed. It went to the region and it became number 3, nobody noticed. They only noticed about it in Nakuru, in the finals, because of a failed intelligence system. You know, that will not happen. So if a decision needed to be made that is a bad play and people should not see it, ingesimamishiwa huko mbali, because the officers on the ground every day, lakini watu wote wamelala, kila mtu natafuta pesa. Hii serikali ni ya biashara. Watu ya intelligence wanatafuta biashara, watu ya polisi wanatafuta biashara, rais mwenyewe anatafuta biashara. Sasa
So Rigathi Gachagua is apportioning the blames to the NIS. You know, this is not the first time Rigathi is blaming the NIS for not offering advice on matters of this magnitude. Rigathi, during the Gen Zs, again blamed the NIS. You heard what he said about Nurdin Haji. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to focus on that statement from Rigathi Gachagua. Do you think that the NIS did not play their role well to advise on the impact of that play from the Butere guards? That if at all NIS had advised the government well, then that play would have been contained from the provincial level. Do you believe that what Rigathi is saying is true? So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to explore Rigathi Gachagua's statement. But first of all, kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel, and to our existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel wouldn't have grown. So Rigathi has apportioned the blame to the NIS. There's a video I did yesterday, for those of you who've been following that story of Butere, and in that video, I talked about a mistake. Now, I had not anticipated that Rigathi Gachagua was going to make such a statement, but I talked about a mistake and said that if at all this title was not sitting well with the government and the content of that play was not sitting well with the government, why didn't they just contain this issue kule chini, the county level, isifike national level? You see, if the ministry wanted to protect the image of the government, they would have given guidelines that, look here, first of all, no outsiders is supposed to coach students on these drama issues. 2, no politics. You know, those are some of the guidelines which they could have provided. Well, let's forget about the guideline. NIS has its own ears and eyes everywhere. So if at all this play was going to cause a lot of embarrassment to the government, they could have contained it at the county level kule chini, wakati ambao bado ndio ile riaso it could have been contained there. In fact, this is not the first time the Butere is faced with this kind of issue. There was the other one, another shackles of there's a play that Malala scripted, I understand, in 2021 or 2013? Wakati huo 2021 huko. That play again inasemekana kwamba ilikuwa na, there was a lot of controversies again. Now, if at all this play was not going to sit well with the government, NIS would have advised the government, well, that hii haifai kufika that level, because these drama festivals and kanaga wanaskiza, they look at the contents, because some of these things kama hii maybe kama labda serikali ilikuwa haitafurahia, basi ile swala lilikuwa lizuiliwe kule chini. Hii mambo ya echoes of war ingezuiliwa kule chini, haingefika Nairobi County, whereby national drama festival was being conducted. But now that it had reached there, that is where now Rigathi Gachagua says it's a mistake. And if you listen to the statements from Rigathi, for those of you who followed the whole speech, maybe in the other platforms, you must have realized there's a part where Rigathi talked about girls, that the government is afraid of girls, that if the government is afraid of girls, it means the government is afraid of literally everyone.
His foreign policy was based on the best interest for this country. The other day I talked about our foreign policy in Sudan that is driven by commercial interest. And I saw one of the Root of Flower girls yesterday trying to lecture me that I shouldn't talk about it because I saw to some constitution. The constitution that I and MUTURI saw to is to do the right thing and to keep the law. It's not to enable other countries to buy arms to kill children. And Eugene Wamalwa, we are looking at what is happening about Butere girls. We are unable to understand what is this viciousness against children by the present government. Even the colonial government that was very brutal, it never went for the children. Muzungu, they were very brutal, but they spared the children. So we have seen a situation where an administration has panicked because this one term is becoming real. So they have gone berserk. They have gone berserk, and they are now fighting shadows, including schoolgirls. From 2 girls, from 3 girls. These are harmless girls. How fluid is your government if girls can bring it down? Girls. Surely. So when you look at the situation in the Sudan, we are allowing gold to be processed in Kenya and guns to be smuggled through Nairobi to go and kill children in the Sudan. So we are asking, what is this bile against young children? We saw the killing of the Gen Zs, the abductions of young children. What is this bile against innocent young children? So as we move on, let's pray for the country. And Ambassador, again, to shukuru wewe. Now I'm looking at General Gichangi here, and I want to say, if General Gichangi was the director of NIS, that play would not have been banned in Nakuru if it had to be banned. Because it came all the way from the sub-county, nobody noticed. It went to the county, nobody noticed. It went to the region and it became number 3, nobody noticed. They only noticed about it in Nakuru, in the finals, because of a failed intelligence system. That will not happen.
Look like Rigathi Gachagua is telling us that NIS, or rather the intelligence, is to blame for what really transpired. That if at all they had advised the ministry the Ministry of Education, regarding the possible repercussion of the play, the Echoes of War, maybe that play could have been contained at the county level, or maybe they could have been advised to come up with another play to conduct. So I think going forward, based on Rigathi Gachagua's statement, they will be need to formulate some guidelines on which scripts to be used during these drama festivals, and which ones are supposed to be dropped. Is it necessary to regulate these political scripts? You see, I heard someone talk about this matter, but the concern was that the name Kasongo was used in that play, And that was directly referring to William Ruto, because Kasongo is a name that has been used on William Ruto. So someone have been saying that politicians captured these children. I don't know whether that is true, or maybe you can just go below in the comment section and tell us, do you think the politicians use the children to to settle their scores because they knew that the children would not be harmed? They never thought that this tear gas, or rather what really transpired yesterday, would take place. So they could have taken advantage of the children to settle political scores with the president. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just go below the comment section and offer your reaction regarding the statement from Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi has told us so many things there. So just go below in the comment section and you can offer your reaction. Perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.